Barry Manilow still speaks softly after all these years. Welcome to the channel Fame Express, where the lives behind legendary fame often become more emotional with time. At 82, Barry Manilow carries something audiences recognize immediately the moment he appears. Not just nostalgia, but endurance. His voice once filled arenas with songs people connected to during weddings, heartbreaks, lonely nights, and quiet drives home. For decades, his music became part of other people's memories while he quietly carried a complicated life of his own. Success arrived massively for Barry Manilow, but never comfortably. Even during the height of his fame, there was often a visible hesitation beneath his smile, as though part of him never fully believed he belonged inside the spotlight surrounding him. Critics sometimes dismissed his music as overly sentimental, while millions of listeners found comfort in exactly that sincerity. It created a painful contradiction. The public adored him, yet portions of the industry rarely gave him the respect his success deserved. That kind of misunderstanding leaves marks over time. Long before audiences saw him as an icon, Barry was a young man growing up in Brooklyn, shaped by insecurity, ambition, and emotional sensitivity. Music became both escape and identity. He understood loneliness deeply, which may explain why his songs connected so powerfully with people searching for emotional reassurance themselves. And perhaps that connection came with a cost. Fame asks performers to remain emotionally available even during periods when their private lives feel fragile. Barry spent years protecting parts of himself from public scrutiny, particularly during decades when honesty about personal identity could threaten careers entirely. Carrying that silence for so long required enormous emotional discipline. There is a particular exhaustion that comes from constantly editing yourself for survival. As the years passed, audiences began seeing Barry differently. The flashy Vegas performer and chart-topping celebrity slowly transformed into something more reflective, a man looking back on a lifetime filled with applause, sacrifice, reinvention, and quiet resilience. His eventual openness about his personal life did not feel dramatic. It felt peaceful, like someone finally allowing himself to stop hiding. Age changes the emotional meaning of fame. At 82, Barry Manilow no longer appears driven by the need to prove himself. What remains now is something gentler and in many ways more moving. Gratitude, perspective, a visible awareness that time eventually softens even the loudest chapters of a public life. And still, audiences continue showing up for him. Not simply because of the music, because people recognize authenticity when they see it. They see a man who endured criticism without becoming bitter. Someone who carried loneliness privately while giving comfort publicly through songs that outlived trends, generations, and changing culture itself. Today, Barry Manilow feels less like a distant celebrity and more like a reminder that vulnerability can survive inside fame without disappearing completely. If this reflection stayed with you, share your thoughts below, like the video if it meant something to you, and subscribe to Fame Express for more thoughtful documentaries that look beyond celebrity and closer to the human story underneath it all.